Good afternoon, ATOMY member. It is a great honor and appreciation to meet and share my precious time with ATOMY member in Korea on such a Sunday. I hope that my story today will be a good compass to a plan your life, which is more variable to the ATOMY family who are doing best with their different dreams in their daily lives. I'm Lu짐바나 method, born in 1989 in the family of 8 persons, dad, mom, and 6 children. That was in Rwanda. We have born in a happy family. My dad and my mom were doing well and economically stable. Suddenly, due to bad leadership, our country, by that time, they were organizing the genocide against all Tutsis tribe. So in 1992, they tried genocide in some district of the country, including my district, which is Bugesera. They come to our home, stolen everything, took our cows, burned some houses, and killed some Tutsis, which are family members. Then we exiled in the town known as Nyamata. That's where my parents bought house and stay there. I like to drink milk, but due to the loss of our cows, I wouldn't get any more of milk. My parents were worried that I may have issues of malnutrition. So they sent me to live with my aunt, sister of my father, who are still had some cows so that I could get milk. During the time, we used to meet each other when they come to visit me or when I went to visit them. In 1994 is when tragedy of genocide against Tutsi occurred totally in all parts of Rwanda. April 7th was the day it was officially launched in all parts with trained killers. Those are Interahamwe militias, youth trained to kill. They trained by army forces from France and government of Rwanda by that time. And in support of Belgium and France, as I said, they have taken only 100 days of killing Tutsis, which resulted in the death of more than 1 million in just 100 days. Tutsis have been killed, which means above 10,000 Tutsis were killed just a day. But with God's miracle, we could survive after liberators known as Inkotanyi stopped genocide, liberated the country. And I want to especially highlight some events that occurred to me, especially me. I thank God for miraculously making me survive. April 6 is the last day I have seen my dad. He came to see us, to visit us, I and aunt, his sister. And after genocide, I heard news from one of my sisters that our parents have been gunshot in a Catholic church where they were hiding. Then some who had survived those gunshots, were killed by traditional weapons like machete, hammer, and so on. That church, which is in Yamata, now is memorial site. April 7, 1994, my aunt and I, we started to be hiding everywhere, in all hills, mountains, sorghum and banana plantation, swamps, just to find how we can survive. Because the Interahamwe militias and soldiers of government were all around killing the Tutsis. So I do have some memories where we were hiding and seeing people being killed just nearby us, running and jumping bodies. For sure, it was too tough to me as a kid of 6 years only. It was the time when militias they were about to catch us, I and my aunt, and we were in the mountain called Chimiri. So we tried to run and went down in the swamps, and they followed us. Then my aunt have idea of jumping in the water lake so that we can be killed by water instead of being tortured and killed by traditional weapons. So we jumped in the water, but by God's hand, we survived from that lake. Finally, the killers left thinking that we have already been dead. April 30th, 1994, for real, it's supposed to be my last day on this earth. When the killers and armed forces come with weapons, with guns, and we were hiding in the swamps in the big number, above 5,000 Tutsis in that swamp called Nharama. They spent the whole day killing, from morning to evening. Then a killer approached me and said, "Kid may have money in his pocket from his grandmother," referring to my aunt. They checked all pockets, finding nothing, and they cut me on the leg with a machete. Then I fell down, and the killer was called by his colleague to go back. They found something special. Then he came back to me, and yet due to a lot of bodies, death bodies, they didn't find out that I'm still alive. That's how I survived. So in the late evening, they finished, went out of the swamps. So some of old people, Tutsis, who survived, called with a soft voice, saying, "Someone who survived, to let them know and help." That's when I tried to shout, and I saw the man I knew called Viater, who was the neighbor of my aunt. So they helped me to go out of the swamp. And after this, we lived in hardship together. Imagine being wounded on the body and the heart, having no way of getting treatment and food. And later my aunt, who were being cut by machete in the head, started to have infection from the wound. Those insects from the wound comes out, and I was the only one to help her. I used to take those insects from the head, I put it in my hand and throw away. After just 2 weeks, liberators in Hotanyi arrived and liberated the area. We survived. God is amazing. Thank you. After genocide, we were always so scared. I survived with 2 sisters. My life was hard, with no hope, no vision, and with the darkness in my eyes always. I was thinking about killers all the time. I lived in poverty. It was not easy to get something to eat, and the country as a whole was in poverty. That was even the time I lived alone in the house. Then in 1995 is when I joined Compassion. They helped us, tried to tell us about Jesus, helping us with the healing and so on. But for sure, I was not interested in those kind of stories. I just attended Compassion to get support and food. But praying was not my concern. My plan was to turn 15 years old and join military so that I could get revenge on the killers myself. In fact, I had a list of killers who killed some of my family members. But a soldier from Liberators who helped me psychologically asked for that list, and he showed me the gun, saying to me, "Don't worry, I'm going to kill them for you." So I was happy and excited. He had even come back to me, but lying, with the report saying, "All of them are dead. I've already shot them and dead." It was wow to me. I was celebrating. Yet, you know what? When I grow up, I found out that all of them are still alive. But good news, I already became a Christian and forgave them. I was happy because no one of them that I killed. I'm free. I have no regret now. For your information, in these days, I meet them, and even some of them are working in my farm, and I pay them. In conclusion, I thank God who helped to receive Jesus as my King, because since I met him, my life has been changed in all aspects of my life. I received peace, forgiveness, happiness, and hope of life, and I started to grow and being stable. Compassion has been a good channel of my positive changes. I kept studying to earn a master's degree in business administration. I got married with Mireille, and now we have one son called Warwick. They are so cute and so beautiful. And now I am a general manager of a tourism and a transport company in Rwanda. Our new government, after genocide against Tutsi, has stabilized the country and asked people to go forward for unity and reconciliation so that we can move on. Our president, His Excellency Paul Kagame, used to say to the survivors that you are the only one who have something to give to the country. That's forgiveness. And really, it helped people of Rwanda and the country to change for good. We are the result of the bad history. Yes, we are. But we can't be the slaves of them. For really change is possible, especially when you receive Jesus as your King. The ATOMY family, who are holding the hand of children around the world through compassion, you are already champions who have allowed children overcome their past and write new history like mine. Thank you once again for all your love and support on behalf of all children who are fighting fiercely against poverty and hardship in this time. Thank you, thank you. May God bless you so much.
They started to cut the arms and legs.
Please don't kill me.
Surprising for those killers, they were neighbors.
I would be a soldier and I would kill them.
그때 너가 가장 필요한 게 뭐였어? 사랑이라는 사랑.
I have a lot of love in me. So I want to tell them that I love them.